Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. Okay you guys, I'm so sorry I've been away for a while. I'm having there's just a lot going on at the moment. I need a bit of space. I have decided after my extended leave that I'm not going to be doing any more private sessions. There are a few gaps in my diary for one-to-one twin flame guidance and coaching. I can pull some cards to you during those sessions. Thereafter, I'm going to give it a break for at least till the end of summer because I just need to really focus on my own healing at the moment. But I will still be doing these videos for you, and I will be doing some webinars as well. Check them out on my website, happysouls1111.com. I'll be doing one on trusting your inner guidance, another on twin flame astral and telepathic communication, alongside the usual classes I run, for which new dates have just been announced for mediumship, twin flame energy healing, spirit release therapy, and of course tarot and oracle card reading for beginners and intermediates. So check them out, happysouls1111.com. So we've got 4 piles for you today. We are looking at, it's your favourite reading because I've been away a while, how is your person thinking and feeling about you? And today we are using in pile 1 the Muse Tarot with Shimmer Moonstone, the High Tarot with Clear Quartz, the Vagabond Wild Tarot with Labradorite, and the Naked Truth Tarot with Green Opal. So by all means, pause the video, douse over them, just choose which one you're drawn to, look at the timestamps, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way to choose. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, by all means choose more than one pile. It could be that there is a message in there, you know, in both of them for you. Okay, let's do this. Pile 1. How is your person thinking and feeling about you? And whilst I'm shuffling, I just want to send everyone such big love and thanks for all of the love and healing and even the donations that you sent to me whilst my cat Claude was unwell. It really did make the world of difference. So grateful for the support I received from this community. You guys are amazing. And as you know, our soul sister Made for Love, another reader here on YouTube, she's a very good friend of mine. She's very unwell at the moment. She is in hospital. So please do send her your love and best wishes. You can find a post about it on her community page. I'll link her down below. She's going to be away from us for about 3 weeks. It really is quite a serious situation. But all the love and healing you've sent so far has been very well received. She really does notice it. So please keep that coming. And thank you so much. So just in case you missed the intro and while I'm shuffling, don't forget to check out my webinars and my new class dates that have just been released at happysouls1111.com. You can find a webinar on astral telepathy for twin flames and also trusting your own inner guidance, as well as my usual classes in mediumship, twin flame energy healing, tarot cards for beginners, and also I'll be doing spirit release therapy again, which I don't do very often. So go and check that out. I'm not going to be doing any private sessions from now on, so there's a few slots left. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm going to be off until at least the end of summer. I really need a break to focus on my own healing. Okay, pile 1, how is your person thinking and feeling about you? Let's have a look. We're going to be using oracle cards as well. And do you like the new view? I have to be honest, my tripod actually broke. And I've kind of cobbled, the thing I'm using right now, I've kind of cobbled together. It's not very sturdy. I do need to buy something else, but I thought this was a better viewpoint because you can actually see the cards. So hopefully you enjoy this today. A brand new look for Happy Souls. Okay, how's your person thinking and feeling about you, pile 1? Let's do this. We have got the 7 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, Temperance, the Knight of Wands in reverse, Justice, Awakening, which is Judgment, the 7 of Pentacles, the Muse I Am. This is a bonus card in this deck. The 2 of Swords in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, we're going to get some oracle cards and the Hush Tarot as well. I'm just going to check that these are in shot, and I've not actually... Yeah, all good. This is much better, isn't it? You can see everything. Okay. So this is the Hush deck, a gift from my student Suella. Thank you so much, Suella. They really are quite beautiful. I want to use 2 decks today. And if my tripod keeps wobbling, I do apologise. As I said, this is a cobbled together solution just for today. I don't know how I'm going to make this work moving forward. Right. The 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Again, isn't that interesting? The 3 of Swords. The Hanged Man in reverse. And Temperance in reverse. That's really interesting. We've got a lot of the same cards out. From the Goddess Oracle. We've got Oya, change. And Pachamama, healing woman. And from these self-love cards that are so beautiful. The self-love oracle, I beg your pardon. Astral travels. Aura chakra. And I'm the light of my soul. Okay. So how is this person thinking and feeling about you? We're going to use some more oracle cards as we go. So the 7 of Cups in reverse. This person isn't thinking about relationships at the moment. This person, I'm sorry to be blunt, but they don't necessarily see you or anyone as an option right now. I feel like this person is not looking for that kind of fulfillment. They're not looking to make any decisions. They're not looking for commitment. They're not looking for a relationship. I don't think this person's even dating or playing. This person's investing in themselves. This person is going through a healing process. They are trying to bring themselves back into balance. They're also closing out karmic cycles relating to family, which have not been resolved yet. So in terms of how this person's feeling about you, they feel very sad. There's a lot of regret and disappointment here. I feel like things ended between you. You may feel very, very rejected. They feel quite rejected. Someone here feels very rejected. And I think both of you feel quite disempowered. With the 3 of Swords here, there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering. Whatever occurred for you two to move into separation was painful for each of you. But this person is really trying hard to bring themselves back into balance. They care about you very much, but right now they have to focus on themselves. This person is definitely aware that there is a spiritual connection between you. We've got this astral travel card here. We've got the Judgment Awakening card, the Healing card, the Transformation, and also the 3rd eye chakra, the light of my soul. They know you're the light of their soul. This person knows that you're having a very, that you're experiencing a very intense spiritual connection with one another. But they have completely detached. And I feel like you've detached as well. I feel like this period of separation needed to happen for both of you because neither party was truly surrendering to spirit. Both of you are out of balance. And this is about now bringing yourself back into balance, bringing yourself back into your power. And they recognize the need to do this as well. This person does, as I said, astral connect with you. They hear you, they see you, they feel you. I'm just drawn to this change card here. This is a spiritual transformation they're undergoing with this awakening card. And I feel like it's a period of time where both of you are growing and healing. So it may have been a really unexpected separation. I feel like things were probably going okay between you two. You know, perhaps not going where they needed to go, but there was kind of ongoing, you know, fairly regular, fairly decent communication. And it just feels like in recent times, one or both of you have pulled back. One of you has rejected the other. And there's a lot of sadness around that. I do feel this has been painful for either one or both of you. But it did need to happen. And I feel like both of you have that awareness. So this person really isn't focused on coming forward. They're not focused on dating. They're focused on investing in their own forward journey. as should you be, is what I'm hearing. There's a powerful spiritual transformation taking place here, and this person is finally recognizing the need to go within, the need to heal themselves, the need to recover their zest for life. We've got 2 Knight of Wands in reverse here. You know, this is someone who feels unmotivated, unenthusiastic, who doesn't know how to move forward. They're stuck, and so they're taking time out to figure out how to move forward. I don't think they're fully understanding yet what to do, but the truth has become very real to them. There's definitely karmic cycles, as I said here, with family. With the 10 of Cups in reverse, it could be that this person has left a family, or they still live with family, and there's unresolved karma there that they need to work on. So this person's, you know, they're not making decisions about their future aside from how to get through each day and how to get through this period of massive transformation and change. So let's get some more oracle cards for you as well. I think it's interesting to note as well that Temperance does come up twice. The first Temperance here is upright, and it's clarified by the Muse I Am, which for me is the union with self card. But down here, Temperance is reversed. As I said, what I'm really feeling is that both parties, and this is a very twinny card. I want you to really have a look at this. You know, I don't know. There we go. You can see here that it's got, you know, these 2 twin images. And this is a divinely guided shift that both parties are now recognizing that they need to come into union with self. They need to bring themselves back into balance. Okay, what does this person want you to know? What do they wish they could say to you that they're not saying? You feel like a warm home to me. I miss your sunshine so much in my life. You are my dream come true. I'm shocked at your existence. I find everything about you so pleasurable and irresistible. No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. So, you know, you can be reassured that this person does feel very deeply. They care and love about you very, very much. You know, you really do feel like home to them. And I feel like they genuinely have, you know, acknowledged, accepted, figured out that there is something much deeper going on here. They may not have any context for that. You know, they may just recognize it's some kind of soul connection. But, you know, they recognize that there is something here and that you light them up. That has come up twice here, the light of your soul. And of course, if you are twin flames, then you indeed share light, you know. So don't underestimate how inspiring you've been for this person. Even though they've pulled back or you've pulled back, this needed to happen. And you've now set the tone for them beginning to better themselves, you know, beginning to move forward with much more clarity. And it's a very slow moving energy. As I said, they're not really sure how to do it yet. This person feels disempowered. They've been through a lot of pain. And they've just identified that they need to resolve it, but they still don't know how. It's kind of like they've picked up the wand, but they're not moving with it. That's how this feels to me. The 10 of Wands, they're taking responsibility. They know that they have to fix themselves. They know no one else can do it, and they want to be their best selves for you. You know, they feel like right now they can't give you what they deserve. They can't be the person that they feel they need to be. So there's a lot of unworthiness issues here. You know, they're not accepting themselves as they are, but I'm hearing that neither are you, and that you may have made greater strides than them. You may be in a better place, but actually you're not where you need to be either. Neither of you are fully surrendered to the love you have inside of yourself for yourselves. I'm sorry, I keep rocking this camera. So this person is definitely taking responsibility for themselves, the journey. What are they thinking about you? 3 of Cups in reverse. They've got an inkling that you might be quite sad as well. They feel like, you know, with this 3 of Cups in reverse, I feel like as well you may have pulled back because of a karmic situation, because of a third-party situation, but they feel really haunted by this idea that they've somehow upset you as well. It really bothers them. And we've got Death in reverse. They hope you don't change. which is a little bit naive because we all change and everything is transient, but they just love you the way you are. You know, they hope it's not over. They don't want this to be the end, and they're very scared that it might be. As I said, I'm not sure who ended things here. There was definitely someone that felt left out in the cold. My gut feeling it was them, and that you've kind of said, you know, you're kind of not meeting me halfway here, so we need to knock this on the head until such a time as you're able to. But they don't want it to be over. Look, they've got the Lovers. You know, they want to bring this to fruition. They want to embrace this awakening. They want to embrace this journey, and they want to be with you. We've got the Emperor in reverse as well. They really don't understand how you see them in such a positive light, because they don't feel that we've got, you know, the Emperor in reverse is distorted masculine energy. They just don't feel good enough. And they think that you must see these flaws in them, which is perhaps why you've walked away. They really don't see that they have anything valuable to offer you. The Seven of Swords in reverse, they're worried that you've perhaps not been honest. I think for some of them, they're worried that you may have met someone else. Yeah, so they're having sleepless nights about this with the Nine of Swords. This person may feel like you're going to move on without them. They don't want it to be over, and they don't want you to move on, but they have these suspicions that perhaps, you know, you may have called it off. Not because... I mean, that sounds like they're not taking responsibility, but that you know, you may have had a better offer which has turned your attention away from them, because you may have previously been really devoted until now. But they are taking responsibility, and they do understand how they've contributed to things being the way they are. They're just really paranoid that there's someone else here with that Nine of Swords that's keeping them awake at night. They don't understand how to repair their inner child wounds. I feel like this is a big part of the focus with this karma surrounding the family here. They don't even understand where to begin, and they think you've got the answers, and they really want to ask you to share that with them, but they're aware that, you know, this separation needs to happen, and that they've got to figure this out for themselves. So there's a real desire here for this person to lean on you. I feel like you may have been a really big influence in their lives as a teacher, as a guide, as a, you know, I just feel like you've always had the answers, you know, when they've been struggling. And I feel like they're really missing that they're itching to kind of ask you, what should I do now? What do you think about this? And so forth and so forth. Two of Cups. I mean, that's just beautiful. You know, this person really does see a long-term relationship with you. They want to be with you. They want to be your other half, or they are your other half, but they want to be with you. But with that Queen of Wands in reverse yet, they're disempowered. They know that now is not the right time. They're not able to have what they want right now. But they do love you. You are their number one. Look at that, the Ace of Cups. You know, they want that beautiful new beginning. They just know they need to get themselves ready for it. So what action is this person going to take towards you? We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this suggests to me there isn't going to be any change in the short term. As I said, you've got to trust that the universe has kind of moved you apart for a reason, and that this is a period of healing and growth for both of you. In fact, let's get some guidance cards for you, because they're definitely not coming forward anytime soon. What do you need to be doing, part one? What do you need to be aware of? The Four of Cups. Yeah, this is a time to be selfish. You know, this is a time to take out for you, to get connected to your own emotions, to focus on your inner child wounds, to just make time for you, to give thought to how you've been feeling. Trust that you're not moving away from this person forever. Okay, this is a temporary separation designed to help you both grow. We've got the Four of Wands there in reverse. There's not going to be any union anytime soon. Yeah, because we've got the Hangman in reverse again. Neither of you surrendered. So what do you need to do to help you move forward for your highest good? Restore your strength. We've got strength in reverse here. And the Sun. Restore your strength and be happy. And in this Sun card, we see this lady here meditating. Yeah, you see her right in the bottom right corner. This is about getting grounded, illuminating the truth, which is that all the joy and love you need is already within you. So I really hope that helped, part one. I'm sending you lots of love. That's not an easy situation that you're in, but just trust that you are moving in the right direction. Everything is moving in the right direction, including your person. And remember, check out my website, happysouls1111.com, for my webinars and classes. You can also find me over on Instagram at happysouls1111. I do post readings there most days. Right, let's pop these cards away and we will get ready. And by the way, make sure you make a note in the comments of which pile you've actually watched, because you may find that there are, later, these are timeless readings, that a pile, that you watch now, but there could be another pile that's relevant to you later. And if you've made a note of what pile you've watched, then you're going to know which ones to make your way back to next time. Okay, pile 2, the High Tarot, with this beautiful Star of David quartz. Okay, pile 2, what's your person thinking and feeling about you? And whilst I'm shuffling, just to remind you, I have got some webinars running, some classes running. You can find them at happysouls1111.com. I teach mediumship, I teach tarot cards, I teach twin flame energy healing, and there are 2 webinars there, how to connect with your own high guidance and astral communication and twin flame telepathy. So you can find those on my website. And I just want to send you all a big thank you for all the love and healing you've sent for my cat Claude and for my dear friend Made for Love. You guys are amazing. I feel so supported and privileged to be part of this community. You show up every time when I ask for healing, and it really does make the world of difference. So thank you so, so much. Okay, part 2, the High Tarot. How is your person thinking and feeling about you? We've got the 4 of Cups, which is the Dragon. We've got Temperance in reverse, which is the Bell. We've got the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Mushroom. We've got the Page of Cups, the Sunfish. We've got the Stag, the World. 9 of Pentacles, the Doe. That's interesting, masculine and feminine energies there. The Empress is the Rosemary. The Hierophant is the Skull. Lots of major arcana for you guys. Strength, which is represented as the Tree. And the Bee, which is represented as the 8 of Pentacles. So we're going to get some more tarot cards here from this deck. This is the Hush Tarot, gift from my lovely student Suella. These are really beautiful cards. I'd never heard of this deck until Suella sent them to me. Pardon me. We have got the 7 of Swords. Oh. The 10 of Swords in reverse. The 5 of Swords in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Fool. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. I'm going to get some of these self-love oracle cards. So we have got Change and Miracle, number 34. The Gift of Creativity, number 7. Put these over here actually because they've got a bit more room. And from the Goddess Oracle, we've got Justice. And we have got Awakening. Big cards. So there's a lot of major arcana cards here. This is a deep situation that you've got going on. Now, in terms of how this person's thinking about you, I do feel like this person's really embracing the power of solitude at the moment. They are kind of being elusive, avoidant. It's not to say you're in separation, but you may be just going through a period of, restricted communication. As persons, they want to keep the doors of communication open, but they're not really fully investing in it as well. They're very self-focused. I'm hearing that this person's very distracted by their work at the moment, especially. They feel emotionally very out of balance. They want to create something new with you. you know, they're feeling that very, very strongly. But I feel like this person is married, or they have just come out of a really messy relationship. They may be going through a divorce, they may be separating, or they may be in a marriage which is really struggling and coming to its natural end. Either way, this person is really struggling, and for whatever reason, they're not able to actually process that grief and that trauma at the moment. They're feeling very stuck. They're just about at this transitional stage, and we have got justice here, which is karma. They're in this kind of transitional stage where things are about to change dramatically for them. I really feel like this person does have a third party or an actual spouse. So I feel like their communication, you know, even though their feelings are very strong, their communication is kind of perhaps very platonic. It's, you know, perhaps not very consistent. It can be quite casual, you know, but they're kind of keeping you warm. They don't want to lose you. But this person is facing a kind of really difficult transformation and ending, and so they're very focused on their work, their financial security. You know, this is their world right now, because this is where they seek their solace. This is how they kind of distract themselves from all the pain that's going on underneath it. I do feel like this person possibly hasn't been entirely honest with you. Because we've got the Seven of Swords here, and I feel like this may have been about this relationship. You know, they may have made the relationship that they were in out to be something it isn't. They may have told you it was there was really intense conflict or toxicity. I'm not feeling that is the case, to be honest with you. But this person is, whatever the truth about that connection they're involved in, they are genuinely trying to disengage themselves. I feel like they feel dishonest to their person as well, to their spouse. This person they are committed to, because they know it's over and they don't know how to end it, is what I'm hearing. And of course, until that ending has come, they can't actually heal from that. You know, they're still feeling all of that grief. For some of you, it could be that that's already happened and they still haven't processed that healing. But they're terrified of conflict, not just with this person, but with you. They're really afraid of that change, even though it's going to be a gift and a miracle. And it's divinely guided, is what I'm hearing as well. So they're getting really creative. We've got 2 number 7 cards here. That is the number of divine intervention. And I really feel like, you know, they are waking up to the truth, which is that they need to be with you. Yeah, they really need to be with you. They want that new beginning, but they have to release themselves from this other commitment they have. So let's get some more of these cards. This is the White Rose Guidance deck, Divine Love Messages. If you haven't checked out her channel, it's one of the fastest growing new channels I've seen. She's absolutely incredible. You can find a link in my description box below. She does pick her cards like this, and she's absolutely fabulous. You'll love her. Okay. I feel so much beauty, harmony, sweetness, and shelter between us. You're a diamond of immense strength and beauty. How can I ever pay you back? Your picture brings me to tears. I worship your perfection. So this person really does hold you in very, very high esteem. And I feel like you really have been a rock to them. They feel thoroughly indebted to you as a result of this. I mean, it says here, you're a diamond of immense strength and beauty. You know, and I really believe that they mean that. You really do bring a lot of harmony to them. You know, this person's looking at your social media. They're looking at pictures of you two. They're, well, if not together, of you at least. And they just feel like you're almost too good to be true. So this person really does have strong feelings for you. As I said here, we've got the Stag and the Doe. Those are divine counterpart cards. So, you know, it's very possible that you're experiencing a very soulful connection with this person. Regardless, they are waking up to the truth that it has to be you, that it's you they care about, it's you they love, and they're trying to figure out how to extract themselves from this other relationship they are in. So what else are they thinking about you and your connection? We've got the Knight of Wands, the shell. They want to come out of their shell. They want to come forward. We've got the Ace of Wands, but right now it's not time to do that. You know, they're asking you to be patient. They're asking you to trust. Yes, their intentions are good. They want to make this work. They want that new beginning with you. But right now, with this Eight of Cups, they need to move away and focus on their own healing and their own situation. But as I said, I feel like this person is still maintaining contact. It just may appear that they're not, you know, offering very much apart from the occasional text. So they really want to romance you. They want to sweep you off your feet. I feel like this person spends a lot of time just thinking about doing that. This is what keeps them sane. They're really focused with the Magician here on, you know, their material resources, their work. You know, they know that they're going to have a lot of financial burdens coming up. And I feel like this person's very traditional, again, with that stag doe energy. They really want to be that provider, protector for you. But first, they need to release themselves from the connection they're actually in. So we've got 3 knights there. You know, these are very action-oriented cards. And this really demonstrates how much this person wants to take action towards you. And that, you know, with this Ace of Wands, they're really repressing themselves. They're really, you know, having to restrain themselves from taking action. It's hard for them to stay away from you. 5 of Wands. And they feel like you probably think they're playing games. We've got a lot of Aries energy in here, by the way, but they feel like you probably think they're playing games, but they're just releasing themselves from this other attachment. They're not trying to mess you around. You know, they can't offer you any more than that light-hearted communication at the moment. And as I said before, we've got the 7 of Swords come up twice. There is stuff that's been hidden. There is stuff they haven't discussed with you. Let's find out why. Why haven't they? The King of Cups, that's Scorpio energy. The King of Cups is very secretive, and I feel like it's actually their feelings that they haven't fully revealed to you. The King of Cups is the master of emotion. This is Scorpio energy. They're very emotionally mature, but they're also very emotionally guarded. You know, they don't need to reveal everything about themselves. They don't need to you know, come forward with their undying love. This is someone that's quite comfortable to sit on it until they feel the moment is just right. So even though this may appear like deception, actually I think it's more that they're not really communicating how they're truly feeling about you, and this has left you kind of hanging and confused. But look at that, the 10 of Cups. You know, they are under your spell. They really do see you as this beautiful long-term relationship potential. There is so much love here. These are beautiful, beautiful cards that you've got. So what action are they going to take? I really don't think any at the moment, but let's just double check that. Yep, Temperance and Strength in reverse. So this person, as I said, they're not taking action. They're bringing themselves back into balance. But Temperance for me is kind of that very union energy card. This is about bringing the situation into balance so that they can move forward with you, bringing themselves into balance, you know, and literally working up the strength to go through this very difficult period which they're heading towards, this transformation they're heading towards. So what's the guidance for you, part 2? What do you need to know? We've got the Knight of Wands again. The 8 of Pentacles again. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this feels to me like you've been a bit flighty yourself, part 2. I feel like you've been very focused also on your material world. You've been focused on work. And you've not been investing in yourself. You may have been partying or keeping yourself really busy socially. You know, you've just been engaging in lots of really distracting behaviours. Whereas what you need to do is to focus on the inner change. And I'm hearing that you have got the key to that. You know how to do this. We've got the 3 of Cups here. You know, this is a really beautiful card, the way it's depicted in this gate. As I said, a lot of Aries energy, even though this isn't an Aries card, you can see that this woman riding this goat here. So you're really being asked to, by all means, enjoy yourself and embrace your joy, but you need to release your connection to the material world and focus more on your spiritual self. There's a lot of healing that still needs to be done for you with this 5 of Cups here. And this relates to previous betrayal. This relates to some kind of relationship you've had where there's still kind of some pain or residue of that pain that lingers and affects how you feel about yourself and the world around you and other relationships that you have. So there's definitely some healing that needs to be done for you. And I feel like you've been avoiding it. You need to make time for you every single day, to make time for your, just like if you were going to get gym fit, if you wanted a fit body, you'd make time, a timetable to go to the gym every day. You'd work out every day, or at least, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And it's the same when you're healing your mind and your heart and soul. You need to make a bit of time every day. Thankfully, it's not as painful as going to the gym. Yeah, it burns in a different way, but you feel so amazing afterwards. It's much better than a runner's high, I promise you. So you really need to focus on your own healing. And there's also a need for you to, I'm hearing really strongly here, this is a really strong download, that you need to write automatically. That you're a very powerful communicator, and that when you get yourself into a meditative or trance state and then sit in front of a keyboard, type out a question and then just allow the words to flow, because this is how you're going to access a lot of the higher guidance that's going to help you move forward. But for now, you need to be really patient with your person, because they are taking the right steps to move themselves out of the situation that's blocking the union with you. They want to have a union with you, but they have got a long road, a really difficult road ahead of them, and you're being asked to be patient with them and to lovingly allow them the time and space they need. So just focus on, respect that they're giving as much as they can give, and it may not feel enough, but you need to get busy taking care of yourself, healing yourself. It's going to be great for you. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, pile 2. Do make a note of which pile you chose in the comments, because these are timeless readings. There may be another pile that's ready for you another time. And if you've commented on which one you've watched today, you know which piles to make your way back to later. Right, pile 3. We have got the Vagabond Wild Tarot for you. And whilst I'm shuffling, just a little thank you for those of you that sent love, healing or donations to my cat Claude. He is much better. And also for those of you that have been sending healing to our soul system Made for Love. If you haven't heard of her, she is another reader on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description box below to her channel, but she's in hospital at the moment. So all your healing vibes are much appreciated. I was so moved by how many of you commented on the post about Claude and Made for Love. You really are so good to me. I feel very, very honoured to be part of this very supportive community. And also, whilst I'm shuffling, just to let you know, I've just announced some new class dates and webinars. So if you've been waiting to do classes with me, check them out. The webinars are much more affordable because they're one-off classes priced at just £11.11. And the next 2 coming up are for Twin Flame, Telepathy and Astral Communication, and How to Trust Your Inner Guidance, as well as the usual classes with mediumship, tarot cards, Twin Flame, energy healing and spirit release therapy. So let's do this pile 3. How's your person feeling and thinking about you? We have got the 7 of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, Death in reverse, the 3 of Swords in reverse. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the Star in reverse. We've got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The 9 of Wands. And the 6 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to get some of the Hush Tarot cards as well, some Oracle cards. Already getting a lot of downloads about this pile. This is really interesting energies. Kind of similar to pile 1. In fact, the first card out of pile 1 was also the 7 of Cups in reverse. If this resonates with you, that pile 1 may also work for you. So we have got the 8 of Wands in reverse again, the Sun in reverse, the 7 of Wands, the Chariot in reverse, and the 2 of Wands in reverse. So this is someone that is very, very stuck. We're going to get some Oracle cards as well. This is the Self-Love Oracle, a gift I received today. We have got I Am Who I Am, Crown Chakra, Honouring Cycles, Root Chakra. And from the Goddess Oracle. We have got Selfhood, Artemis, and Ecstasy, Uranome. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. So these are really peculiar energies that we've got for you, pile 3. This person feels very, very, very stuck. There are a lot of blocked energies here, but there is no movement. This person, you know, the only 2 cards we have upright in this top row is the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. This tells me this person hasn't given up. You know, they're really determined to endure. However, they are very, very stuck. I feel like this person is probably very depressed. This person has probably got some kind of mental imbalance. They could be depressed, very anxious, some other kind of mental health concerns and constraints. And so this is a double-edged sword, because they feel very deeply for you and they don't want this to be over, but they are so out of balance right now. They're in a lot of pain. They're experiencing karmic pain. I feel like this person's trapped in a karmic cycle that they don't know how to release themselves from. So that's keeping them stuck. And I'm hearing, this is very similar to part 1, that you may have lost your temper with them and kind of stepped away as a result of that, and that's why everything has ground to a halt. There's no communication here, there's no action, and this person is probably or possibly unemployed. With this 9 of Pentacles, they're experiencing some kind of financial dire straits and they feel hopeless. You know, with this Star in reverse, they feel a sense of despair. So there's a tremendous amount of pain here, and just this feeling of being stuck, powerless, not knowing how to move forward. As I said, with the 7 of Cups in reverse and the other cards that have showed up here, I really feel like this person's very depressed or very anxious, and this is restricting them. You know, this is inhibiting them from actually seeing the truth. And of course, we've got selfhood here. So, you know, this is very self-focused. Again, we've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. There's no communication here, you know, and it feels like there's no joy for this person. Their barriers are up and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to decide. They don't know what to say. It just feels like this person does, with a Chariot in reverse as well, they absolutely do not know how to move forward. So there's a feeling of being very stuck. I just want to pull some clarifiers to understand the energies between you that have led you here, because I can definitely see there's a karmic situation over here that they've not moved away from. But why aren't you in communication? The Hierophant. Okay, because this is a period of transformation, change and higher learning. This was a divinely guided separation. And we've got the Tower in reverse. You know, stuff needs to be brought to a close that hasn't ended yet. And we've got the 2 of Swords. I feel like because no decisions were being made, because there was so much indecision, because there was no real forward movement, it feels like this time out has been deliberately created to allow you both to start understanding what those lessons are. Because nothing was happening. This was stagnant energy between you. It still feels stagnant, because I feel like your person is definitely very stuck and you're kind of stuck as well. Now, I don't often say this, but this ecstasy card is making me think ecstasy of the recreational drug for some of you. It could be that this person finds a lot of, I guess, respite in, you know, recreational substances. But this is also part of a transformation. You know, you really need to honor these cycles of change, because they're helping bring you back into balance. And even though there's a lot of stagnant energy here, it does feel like this person, you know, is coming to accept who they are. They just don't know how to kind of release themselves from the pain that they're feeling. They know who they are now. I feel like they've got a stronger sense of self. They know who they are as a result of the connection to you. They've learned so much about themselves through knowing you. But they're not happy with who they are. You know, that there's so much they need to let go of. And I just feel like this person is really overwhelmed. They don't even know how to begin doing that. You are my treasure. You know, they really do see you as someone so special. They feel so, so lucky to have met you and to have you in their life. I'm watching you from a distance. You know, they really miss you. You are my muse. You know, you really have inspired this person to be, I guess, to be more thoughtful, to be more aware, to look at the world in a different way. I'm bleeding, but you can't see my blood. You are my everything. So again, this person's in a lot of pain, and they don't want to burden you with that. They want to take responsibility for this. They're not giving up. They don't want this to be over, but there is an awareness that they need to focus on themselves and heal themselves, to accept themselves, to love themselves, to come into balance with themselves. But you really are everything to them. I can see eternity in your eyes. They recognize the connection between you is so powerful. You are the answer to my whole life. I mean, this person really has learned a lot from you. You've had a dramatic impact on them since you've met. You know, they will never, ever forget you, whatever happens. So this person really does care very deeply, but they're in pain. And it feels like they want to go through that pain independent of you. You know, they need to work this thing out. I just want to get a clarify here on that karmic situation. So that's 5 of Swords. That's very, very toxic. And they don't know how to move away from that at all. These are really painful energies. In fact, let me use the Vagabond Wild Tarot again. So what are they thinking about you? Seven of Swords. This is so similar to Pile 1. They feel like they've made the wrong decision to let you go. This is a really interesting 7 of Swords because there's 2 swords left behind, and she's running with 2 swords in one hand and 3 swords in the other. Now, the 3 of Swords is represented here as the karmic and pain, and the 2 of Swords is represented here as indecision, refusing to connect with emotion. And this person, I feel, you know, is thinking that they've been holding on to these 2 situations for too long. The indecision they feel for you and this karmic pain which they're struggling to release themselves from. You know, they're thinking how they just don't know how to communicate this to you in an honest way without hurting your feelings. They really are torn. They feel like they wanted to run with both, but I feel like you've run out of patience, you know, and the divine has stepped in and kind of created this separation, this severed communication, so that this can finally be resolved, so that someone has to make a decision. What else are they thinking about you? We've got the Page of Pentacles. They really want to apologise. They just want you to know they're so sorry. They're so worried they've hurt you. We've got the 7 of Wands out again. They don't know how to let their barriers down and express themselves. They want you to understand they're not built the same way as you. They don't know how to grasp all of this emotion and spiritual understanding and articulate it in a way that, you know, is going to make sense to even themselves. So I really feel like this person does think all the time about how they can make this up to you. They feel so empowered when they think about you. You know, even though their self-worth, their self-esteem, their confidence is at rock bottom, somehow you lift them up and make them feel like they are worth something, and they really, really value that. You know, they feel honoured and triumphant for just having known you for as long as they have. You know, I feel like they're very gracious about this. Their attitude is nothing more comes of this connection. They're still a winner. They've received so much love and so much clarity and so much higher wisdom from you that they really are respectful and grateful that you've been a part of their life. Again, we've got the Sun in reverse. But they don't want to subject you to their misery. They don't want to subject you to their pain. They don't want to dim your light, is what I'm hearing. And they just can't make a decision right now, but they want you, you know, you've got the whole world ahead of you, and I don't think this person doesn't want to hold you back. You know, they understand that, I mean, you could have walked away from them with this 8 of Cups, and I feel like this person supports and understands that decision. Yeah, they do. They understand that you have to bring yourself back into balance. You have to have your own new beginning. Without them, they know they can't give you what you need, want, or deserve right now. And the Empress in reverse, they've graciously let you go, even though this is so painful for them, because they know they can't hold on to you. It would have been selfish to do that. But again, this person's very tormented. They're very sad. They just don't know how to release themselves. I definitely think this person has got mental health concerns. You know, this person's disillusioned. Now that you're gone, they're like, what's next? You know, I don't want to give up. I don't want this to be over, but I don't know what to do. And they're just not seeing the way forward. So let's see what action they're going to take, if any. Yeah, so they're not going to... We've got the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I mean, the Four of Wands is about union. It really is. And the Ten of Wands is about taking responsibility. And this is one of the few cards that came up right on the first few pulls. So I do feel like they want that. That, you know, they're taking responsibility. They want things towards move to union. But they need to be in this Nine of Pentacles energy. We had the Nine of Pentacles reversed previously as well. This person, the action they're taking is actually self-focused. It's about empowering themselves and getting themselves back on their feet. But it's with union in mind. You know, it's taking responsibility for winning you back. But yeah, for the Seven of Swords in reverse, they honestly don't know how to do that. They don't have a strategy right now. So even though this is the action they're planning to take, I don't actually see that there's, you know, with a Fool in reverse, you know, they've not actually begun. So what's the guidance for you, Path 3? What do you need to know? The Five of Wands in reverse. They're not playing games with you, even though you may feel like... I feel like you've just thought that you've been really taken for a ride and you've finally given up on this person, just thought, oh, what a waste of my time. But they really weren't playing games with you, and your investment of time wasn't in vain. You've really changed this person's life. You need to just release the need to communicate with them. That's your own codependency that's keeping you stuck there. And I feel like you're constantly wondering what action you should take. And if that's been you, the guidance is not to take action. The guidance is to heal. There is so much growth and healing that you still haven't faced with the Ten of Swords in reverse here. You know, there is work that you've been avoiding. And you've been so focused, I think, on getting this person out of their slump that you've forgotten to take care of yourself. And of course, if you're a twin flame, that's rule number 1 on that journey, is union with self, love self first. And you've got the Queen of Cups there. And that is the card of unconditional self-love. You know, you really need to focus on your own truth. And with the Knight of Pentacles, begin planning, create a disciplined routine or ritual or plan around your healing and your self-love practices to help you stay on track. Stop focusing on the distorted masculine. It doesn't serve you. You really need to release this. So there's a lot of inner child wounds relating to self-love deficit and codependency that have kept you, you know, attached to this person and focused on them when you should have focused on yourself. And you're really being asked to release that now. Yeah, no communication, as tempting as it may be, because I don't think this person would ignore you if you did reach out, but it's not in your highest good. I feel like both of you need that time and space to be able to resolve things for yourselves, to come into union with selves. Okay, so I'm sending you lots of love, Path 3. These are difficult energies you're dealing with. Don't forget to check out my webinars. I feel like the connecting with your own high guidance would be particularly useful for you. It's just going to help you understand your own truth, because I feel like you're constantly questioning what you should do. That's the strongest energy I get for this part. What should I do? What should I do? What action should I take? And, you know, watching readings can be helpful to a degree, but of course these are general readings, and you have to learn to trust your own high guidance so you can be empowered to make, you know, decisions which are going to serve your highest good. So go to my website and check that out. It's only £11.11. It's a 2-hour session, and hopefully I will see you there. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's do Pile 3, the Naked Truth Tarot with green opal. Okay. Okay, part two, whilst I'm shuffling, just thank you so much to all of you who sent love, healing and donations for my pussycat Claude. He is so much better and I'm so, so grateful. I don't doubt that the healing you guys sent made a tremendous difference. So I'm really, really appreciative of that. And also, Made for Love, my beautiful friend, she has a channel on YouTube as well. I'm sure you guys know her. She's in hospital at the moment and so many of you have sent healing vibes. She's really felt that and is very grateful. So thank you so much. This community is so supportive and so generous. I'm so, so grateful to be part of it. Thank you. And also just to let you know that there are new webinars and classes announced on my website. You can find those at happysouls1111.com. I won't be doing private readings anymore. There's a few slots left for this week. And then I'm going to have a break until at least the end of the summer because I really, really need to focus on my own healing. I've just found it just overwhelming, to be honest. So if you do want to book with me, there are still a few slots left, but I won't be releasing any more after that. I may on occasion do a couple of days here or there and just announce it on my channel if I do, based on how I'm feeling, but I'll keep you updated. Right, part four. How's your person thinking and feeling? We've got strength. We have got the Queen of the Empress in reverse. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have got the Emperor in reverse. We have got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the Devil in reverse, the Sun, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Swords, Death in reverse, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Let's get some oracle cards as well. This is the Goddess Oracle. Oh, two fell out, so we keep them. We've got Sophia Wisdom and Bridget Inspiration. And from the Self-Love Oracle, the Self-Love Oracle, we have got Change, the Gift of Creativity. I'm just going to draw some from the Hush Tarot as well. We will pull more cards as we go, but let's get a few out to begin with. Seven of Swords in reverse, the Moon, the Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Okay, how's this person thinking and feeling about you? Really strong, really strong. I feel like we've got distorted masculine and feminine energies here because we've got the Empress and the Emperor in reverse. But this person cannot deny their feelings for you. But they're so scared to be attached. This person is very commitment phobic, very, very avoidant. And I feel as well, and this has come up for every part today, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, clarified by Death in reverse, I feel like this person is married or attached to someone else and they cannot release themselves from that at the moment. You may have been this person's kind of affair partner, friends with benefits, and they've brought that to an end, or you've brought that to an end. Very similar energies for all the piles today. I feel like for some of you, you work with this person, and that's been a kind of added struggle for you. There's some kind of truth been illuminated here with the Sun and the Ace of Swords. I feel like this person's perhaps told you that they can't see you in the current capacity. It feels like things aren't moving in the direction that you wanted them to. They are also dealing with a lot of issues of dramatic lack of self-worth. This person feels disappointed in their career. I feel like they've made the wrong decisions at some point. They may be going through some career changes, which may or may not be to do with you. But as I said, for some of you could work with this person. That's a strain for them, not because they don't want to see you, but because obviously it's distracting them from their work and their career. So it definitely feels like any kind of physical interaction that existed has been brought to a close. And this person is still married or still committed to somebody else. They're terrified of committing to you. They're terrified of becoming emotionally attached. And I feel very strongly that this relationship they are involved in is emotionally closed off. This person offers them a lot of comfort and balance and stability, but there may not be much emotional depth there. And that's something they're very, very comfortable with, because it means they don't have to reveal all of themselves. It doesn't feel as risky because if it comes to an end, well, they've held something back. They've kept themselves safe. But I feel like this person is beginning to recognise that that's really not a healthy way to live. There's definitely an awareness of dreams is what I'm getting specifically. This person sees you in their dreams. It's not astral communication or telepathy per se, but I feel like they're seeing a lot of signs, synchronicities. They're noticing a lot of weirdness about you and the connection they have with you. And they want to invest in it. I do feel like they want that with that Lover's card. With this Queen of Pentacles and the Death card in reverse here, it's clarified by the Five of Swords. There's a lot of conflict in that connection. And they found such a lot of, fulfillment, especially physical fulfillment from their interaction with you. But I feel like one or both of you has said that can't happen anymore. But this person doesn't want to be dishonest to either you or the other person. But they're feeling very weirded out at the moment. I feel like they're trying to invest in a new career path to distract themselves from this connection that they have to you, which is all encompassing. And they're really struggling to they're struggling to forget. They're struggling to move on. They're struggling to let go, even though they're thinking at the moment that seems to be the right thing to do. They're really struggling to do that. It's tormenting them a little bit. I'm hearing this person is actually very frustrated with these energies of just, constant awareness of you is what I'm hearing. I have to say, all of the piles have been quite similar today, very similar energies coming through. We're seeing a lot of people in separations, and I feel like, particularly since Mercury retrograde, a lot of these have been guided by the Divine Feminine. But it definitely feels like someone has said no here, no to the hanky-panky and the jiggy-jiggy. And this person's, they've taken it on the chin because their heart space is blocked. There's not a lot of emotional depth with this person. They, of course, have emotional depth, but they're not connected to it. So they're just trying to focus on work, trying to move themselves in a more balanced direction, but they are distracted by this feeling of intensity that exists between you. I do feel like they're very inspired, and I mentioned you could work together. This could be in the creative field. We have got creativity come up here and inspiration, and I feel like both of you could be creatives or working in a kind of very creative role, and that you really bounce off one another in that way. I feel like you've really changed the way this person sees their work as well. I'm hearing that you've had a lot of conversations that have kind of helped them figure out what they really want to do with their life and where they want to go. It just feels like there's some kind of magic together when it comes to the workplace as well. Give in for my touch, for my taste, and my lust. This person really just wishes to be passionate with you again. I feel like because they've got a blocked heart space, and we've got sacral chakra here as well, that they express themselves through their physicality. And so, having been disconnected from that type of contact with you, they feel absolutely bereft. You are my everything. They are really missing that. They're missing that intimacy. They're missing seeing you. Give me more time. I'm not good enough for you yet. So this person doesn't feel good enough. And of course, we have got the 9 of Pentacles there, clarified by the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, they don't feel good enough. They don't feel like they can be who they want to be. And I feel like, you know, they probably take that out on their spouse as well. I feel like this is someone who's quite bitter and cynical that life hasn't worked out how they wanted it to. And for some reason, when they're with you, it feels like anything's possible. I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. You know, I feel like there's a lot of shame, because even though they won't acknowledge it to themselves or to you, they know that there was more between you than just a physical relationship, than just sex. And they feel very guilty that they've not been able to deliver on more. But again, look at that. Am I good enough for you? They don't feel good enough. You know, they don't feel like they've got what it takes. I feel like they've put you on a pedestal. You may come from a different background. You may be more successful than them. It could be that they're younger and you're their superior in the workplace. You know, there's definitely some notion here of, you know, them seeing you as being more accomplished. I have no words for your kindness and your generosity. So again, I feel like you've really inspired this person. Again, we've got inspiration here, the gift of creativity. We've also got wisdom. You know, you've obviously been a sort of mentor or teacher to this person as far as their career is concerned, or it could just be bettering themselves in some other ways, but you've been their rock in that way. I can never say it, but I do love you. So again, you know, this person doesn't know how to connect with their feelings in the way that you do. You know, they're not built the same way. They have a very blocked heart space. This person could be an air sign as well. I do feel there's a lot of air energy here. So that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you know, all up in their head, somewhat disconnected from their emotions. We've also got a lot of Leo energy here, which is the fire. So they may have a lot of Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in their chart, a lot of fire. So very passionate, very physical, you know, but very much up in their heads and disconnected from their heart space. What are they thinking of you? Let's keep those. 6 of Swords, that you've moved on. They can't think of anything but that. I feel like they're obsessed with that idea. Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, that you're no longer attracted to them. They just feel like they, you know, this is over. It's just, it's really playing on their mind, I feel, with this person. But they feel like that's their justice. You know, it's no less than they deserved. They feel like they didn't deserve to keep you and that you deserve to move on to something better. They know that's the truth for sure. They certainly don't blame you. There's no anger here. But they're really upset about it with that 9 of Cups in reverse. That, you know, we haven't had a lot of Cups energy out for this person. As I said, they're not very emotive, but I feel with this situation that they are feeling it. They're feeling that kind of emotional loss. You propped them up, and that's 6 of Cups in reverse. So I'm feeling like this person, you know, you've really triggered an inner child wound of abandonment and rejection. This person probably grew up in very dysfunctional upbringing. In fact, this person could have had maternal or parental abandonment already, you know, with one or both parents having left them, or a very dysfunctional relationship with their mother or father, which has kind of, you know, you've triggered a deep inner child wound. So, yeah, this has made it difficult for them to work. So this has come back forward. I really do feel like you two work together, and it's kind of, you know, all of these feelings, the way your relationships panned out, it's made it difficult for them to function in the workplace. The 5 of Wands, they're wondering what really happened. They're thinking, was this just a game? Was it just fun? Did I imagine it? This person isn't really sure. See what, in fact, let me just ask, what do they think you feel for them? 5 of Pentacles, rejected, left out in the cold, undervalued. 6 of Pentacles, that you know, that there wasn't equal reciprocation. And the Page of Swords in reverse, that they didn't communicate enough, they weren't honest with you. And the Page of Cups, they feel like it was just a crush. So they're not taking how you feel seriously either. And if you have told them how you feel or expressed like real love, I'm feeling like for most of you haven't. You know, they don't see that there's something real here. I feel like they would like there to be, but they don't know how to do that, and they're connected to someone else. They're investing in themselves at the moment, and figuring out how to release themselves from a toxic situation, but they genuinely don't recognize that there's any long-term potential. Look at that with the Two of Cups. You know, they would like that with you, but they don't see it as being a viable option. Yeah, look, Seven of Cups in reverse. They don't see that that's an option. So what's the guidance for you? Because I feel like you need to make it clear it is an option. Nine of Swords in reverse. Release anxiety. Wow, and Three of Swords in reverse. So you've been really up in your head, and I feel like because both of you are so tangled up in your own kind of anxieties, concerns and worries and pain, that you have no clarity or objectivity as far as this situation is concerned at the moment. You really need to release anxiety and pain and try and get yourself to a place of stillness so you can see this from a higher perspective. You're guided not to rush forward and just try and pick up a relationship with them again. And we've got the Moon in reverse here. So, you know, you're out of balance with your own intuition. You're not seeing things clearly. And you really need to bring yourself back into balance. You need to recalibrate your intuitive senses so you can start trusting in your own high guidance. We've got the Tower and the Magician in reversed. You know, you're not recognizing how this situation has really disempowered you and made you feel. It's hit you a lot harder than you thought it was. And I feel like you've been quite stoic about it. That you're kind of, you know, that stiff upper lip, I'm fine, but you're not really. I feel like you really need to just allow yourself to be where you are, which is out of balance, you know, out of harmony with yourself and with your truth. Yeah, and, you know, not really enjoying life. You know, this is someone who's feeling sad and in pain, but not acknowledging that, distracting themselves from it, and indecisive about how to move forward or where to anchor yourself. Okay, so what action do you need to take towards your person? King of Wands. So for me, this isn't necessarily action towards your person. This is action in your spiritual journey. This is embracing your person in the 5D. This is embracing them through your energetic connection to them. This is about grasping the wand and going on your own spiritual journey of transformation. With the Seven of Swords in reverse here, it feels like leaving conflict behind, and you know, you don't need a strategy is what I'm hearing. You just need to release the self-limiting beliefs about yourselves. That should be your strategy. You know, that's what's going to create change, but you need to be patient. There's definitely a need to be patient with yourself. I feel like you're someone that's not very good at being a beginner or an amateur at anything. You know, you're the sort of person that tries something and decides, I'm not very good at that. Not allowing yourself to actually invest time in becoming good at something. You're very hard on yourself. You get very frustrated when you don't see immediate results. And so you're being really called here to recognize that you have to be patient. You have to lovingly allow yourself the time and space you need to grow and to release all of this angst. Yeah. Look, Five of Pentacles in reverse. You keep it all blocked up and it's warping your truth. You're seeing everything through these layers of trauma that you're carrying, and it's blocking you from union. So you really need to focus, you know, on understanding yourself. I don't think it's a good time to take action towards this person. You know, I feel like it's about taking action towards your own love and your own healing. But certainly, you know, when the opportunity arises, and once you've recalibrated your own intuitive senses, once you've reconnected with your own high guidance, you'll know when the right time is to be honest with this person and say, look, I do have feelings for you. Because you need to say that. You know, they do need to know. They need to know that they're, you know, that there is a desire for you to have a future with them, because they don't see that at the moment. And so, you know, they can't make it part of their considerations. I really hope that was helpful for you. Powerful. Sending you lots of love. Don't forget to check out my website if you want to look at my classes and my webinar. In fact, the learning to trust your own guidance webinar can be very, very suited to you. Powerful. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love. Speak soon, guys. Bye.